the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
MPP for akasa wo mo kire se eye OSP ene ma na wo ye no kire se ntwa ye ye hwese Paul Adomo kire anche se OSP editing na anche se MPP for kire se Paul Adomo kire onye kromfo Paul enye criminal na wache no na mani bail nso a o de sa bail kakraka wi e da tunti se Paul Adomo kire emfa eye 2 landed properties eye ono no Paul Adomo kire ankasa dia Paul Mfambala and Sana what me aman bid and no na Paul Adomo kire enso ekire mo kire eye OSP say ono de ne Nsem-Pii pra oni hwe on to asase mpo na nchisan kampa oba be sidan e de asiso na wode aba say 2 landed properties na open eni ntimunje na momom bail Paul ekire say woni bi na no na MPP for so kire say Paul onye kromfo ntinade na OSP eye no onhwe ni ye na daachibi MPP eso ba aban mu a mumientie eye nsem a MPP for na to gwan bi.
We don't speak about it and comment on the ills. It be a problem. Just also you know. We all know say Kisia Jaben has been criticized by Paul Adomo and the Good Evening Ghana show on some of his reckless decisions or some of his incompetent decisions. It is on that basis and on the public office and they settle personal scores. Why am I saying so? On what basis now but me I can't show we say on only a board chair. That some contract be Ghana Airport Company Limited, which is about revenue assurance. Knowing very well the structure of how our agencies work in this country, a board chair does not micromanage an institution. A board chair does not administer the day-to-day administration of an institution. And that is the sole prerogative per every act or every law in this country. The sole prerogative of the CEO. The CEO will sign a contract. CEO will seek for the Public Procurement Authority's approval. The board, what they do, and they say about policy advice, policy directives, and in fact, it is a board, not a member or a chairman. The board which is responsible. So on what basis now board chairman Waja, all the other board members? The board chairman is just one person. He couldn't have unilaterally solely approve of a contract without recourse to the other members. That is not possible. I have been a board member before. Now I'm a board member. Oh, why the board chair sometimes will disagree with members, maybe about minority in terms of making a decision. But when the larger members decide, the board chair has no say because he or she is just a member, but he just chairs our meetings. In any case, if Paul Adomo and I say this not because I am saying that Paul Adomo should not subject himself to accountability. Abinawo studio wa wuti. Sene kasi yeshowa. Abina ne dempa ne dey. Ne dempa ne dey ntia. Ibe kasi yeshowa abina yede. Inti jise chinchile edini shim. Anasi edini tuwe fiase. Because we can always find, you see, bill conditions. And when our forefathers were drafting our laws, bill condition, yeah, the man will be na ya je, be uncle for bibi mbra. And in the case, at the end of Fabrano, there's a Fabra because one man may be a decided not to the car. What I say, Paul Adomo on one the tender himself in. Paul Adomo, this is somebody who is well known. Or your program every Tuesday, Thursday. Say, yeah, be bill condition. Oh, money bill condition. Say, oh, we know or yeah, at flight risk, who Jan will bet me a journey. Nanipa only a problem, no. Why do you put him in such a condition? As if say, or pursue Johnny as if he's a petty criminal. I am not saying that he should not subject himself to accountability. No. I am only saying that just a common invitation to Paul Adomotre. On any day you find him or his lawyer represented.
Okay.
It's here. And the Mekacho say, why are you staying there? And what's a gun and be only landed property? It be lazy, it be current, abna, if you own one rental, 10 years, 2 hour renting to know. Would the landed property? I would him, which is a bit that is wrong. That is not how our laws work. That is not the spirit of our laws. The fact that you've been given a discretion to ask an accused person and a suspect to bring a bail condition. And the medical culture is a bail condition, and you're self-recognized as one for and that's a third party and your mouth. These are the two bail conditions I've been meaning as a lawyer. And the other one, no, which is will be brand, no. That person will have to come and serve as a surety. And in law, these are the only two bail conditions that I am aware. In all my readings and in all my studies, criminal law, I have never seen any other bail condition. And if it's a bail condition, no, it's a third party neighbor. This will be for that is a third party neighbor. One can say one can serve as a guarantee and a surety for yourself. It is illegal, and it makes no sense of every criminal law lecture that Kisiya Jammeh has given to students for all these years. He was my lecturer. He taught me criminal law. I know he's a good lecturer, but I'm disappointed that today his student is telling him he has erred. He doesn't even understand the law. Or better still, he understands the law, but using the office to settle his personal score.
Mate,
it is disappointing.
The next action mo share ni say mo behuno ye den yenim say on several occasions na ebi makwa ya na mo appeal ye radubu ahente say there was an appeal e the chema won't me de kwa na yete say nanka omo ekọ court ni say omo ense no mo tete bail condition so anamoto bi sa e wo kwam a mo be ye ohana.
Well, they just have to no, and I think that his lawyers at Bluegate, they are trying to find his whereabouts. As of yesterday evening, we were not so sure as to whether say Bluegate and said that because so had their torso. Of course, we have some amount of beliefs of the work Bluegate. So let's leave it with the lawyers. Let's see how best they can negotiate and see how we can get bail for him. But clearly, you can see. His Excellency President Mahama is aware of this. He knows this. Sure. Okay. Sorry,
yeah.
Okay. Temwa Julius Zebra. When he met ministers now, the boom Mudiana Yasumu Ino. Julius Zebra, President Mahama, Madame for Chuchu Mujopa. Why is it in your preoccupy? Only name President Mahama Subai. On the catcher is a President Mahama or a natural. On the catcher is a President Mahama, he's a pretender. I'm not the one saying it. He says, President Mahama, be you a grandpa. On the show, who know the Acosta Julius Zebra. Oh, friend, I'll say Julius. Oh, friend, I'll say Julius, Yakoda, Julius, your heart, you know. This is what Julius said in front of all the ministers and the president himself. I said, now, Timikwa, Kotrana, so President Mahama. President Mahama, Bakasho said, hey. Near we crime said the name who you be what it is President Mahama who has done it. I'm not the one saying it.
It's all Kakosi saying.
President Mahama has acquiesced and has stamped, if you like, has approved of the incarceration of Paul Adomotre. And we need a little doing emotion. No man still come hanging now with respect to one to go for it to show me that why you deal it makes you be the mission 2 weeks. Buffer stop. Now why you deal he's not talking about it. And yes, at all in the Kujira, across stadium. I can't say President Mahama. I just smiling, ma.
It's a Japadia Biana. Why tied to the demono? Oh, you know. And I may say, a real CIA, ye wooey. That's Biano. Nsem-Pii fo nya tumi a ombesomu yi na efibiripen ena japade a obi wo ebe na be kire se nipa no obenya ne freedom ananse onya efibiripen ese kise jabe fo se poradomo kira criticizing nti onye ne be kọ ne pepepe so o pese o kire se poradomo kire umbo bra so so wa bobra na ye be ma na be kire TV zo aka mo asem a mechew afọ japade bra wuni japade a obedem akosi obenya bi. It doesn't make sense. O catch nipa no si yo mateme kofa ba na all my idea. O ka so nemu afan. But o chi nipa no, o say for landed property in your name bra, o si mini bi, o say de obedem akosi obenya bi. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Say onipa ne say mini bi. Adena o chema untumi no ma japade no, mo chi omo no mo say nkrofo na nkofa japade ne mra. Na nya justify na so na ma yi omo. Ba po adomo kire sentrani o si mini bi o medimu. Kise jabe send the obedem ekosi obenya bi enti aha ifio ha na poradomo kire edafia ada ho no ontimi meet bail condition na odem. To me it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now a abuse of office, a abuse of power, and I'm telling Ora Kise jabe say onka no hu say said ya nantwie podua anka ne pemu no enka konfonsem. The term of office na ma kire no 2029 ni wawie 2029 na Ora Kise jabe ni wawie na dwuma as OSP. Now you should bear in mind say Oria every person I was spending was our office no he will account for it. Otu kwa broche se nkola ti si so so odi abroche kwaniaba se nkola eti si so so a ye koye ba Ora Kise jabe watoto amoka edem is about 30 million. It is you know say sa onimu ahwe okotu kwan bia no oji receipt edebe man no onye lamination offer rubber fan ni echi no fan tour because a time is coming now he will account for every person I was spending was our officer and then kwabra du bo ahe no national security office national security office kra no ojina court our accounting for the worship. So Kise jabe should know say a day of accountability and so beba na bia sada no e be kaso nkofa bonsamra na bo ofa bail condition no e be sasa bonsam no fa me bail condition yen no. How can you abuse your office that much? Why I didn't on my ben yet chire ye do ko iwoko abon ho safin ozi me di 80 million ato so me di 50 million ato so ye do ko Kise jabe ho no mo a go not ye otwan 5 million Ghana cedis that's so na orambu e dan so 5 million Ghana cedis I also odibe ato ne so mo ba ye en central for poadomo kire ka ho a match central for 9 mo che katachi mo che kwame agbanyega mo che godon ene match poadomo kire ene mba chi nyina o because yen kan anu ntum mo ba chi nyina very unfair. That's the
lawyers and court. Because me sure say institution be what that authority say we to the bail condition as suppress will be akeba kon asim abranya court order.
Oro me put them sanka omun court omun fanim omani fanim tum.
Awo
onkunu free wi ase.
Enyam Paul woni asase.
Also ni dan. Oni bi.
And say be bread asase.
Osemu nso so.
Enya bro ni ekodua ka say ya me ho 3 months the baby fifi. Paul admo cha busu afo ntimi ko kreti asase ma no. Eti se okuno.
Enchomo fa man no nkunu free.
Se wantimi ankunu dia Kise jabe na wa akasa no. Edua na wun ese wujai because se okunu a e de be hu so ayade. Ede ba asem. Boni be no obi aye wo. Esa wo akufu ado. Krachi papa bi asa no be di president. No e krachi you. Esko akofo se na se bi kofo se ne kwasia. Edi dinatem. Joni wo die nyina. Ne yira wo nyina kofo keka ho asem. What is what you obi tu? Na wo Kise jabe. Na opa wo kiseja bi ene ya kwa ye ko busa say also for produce 2 landed property in your name na ya hwe date ya wo so da kwa wutimi asa 2 landed property in your name no also aba kwa ma wo do ka ba for Ghana na ye ka ba for ma wo kiseja ben ene opa ye ko hwe ewiase de in fact me say be 5 years ago hwe me picture
Akufo ado ne sia bɔ adwe ama kiseja ben afa ewe
yeah me hu ade akiseja ben aye ni se papa no adwena dani team no e different from normal adwena dani patirim no because anyama wa ye ne abnormal say wachi obi say uncle for landed property in his name me adwena ma hu ni say ade ma hu ni say o ma tena se eno ma ye say I follow do much ba ye board chairman Ghana Port Company wanyan hotam ento akoye no ko fa bibi ba ka say ha don't be no de ko ye japade no
ti oye fishing expedition
good that be no de japade no eno nya ko ma nya so kan ha Olutu state ana pa na me ka say ya ba nyansa polad mo chinim nyansa sene wo kisi ajabe
yo
ento ntimi for adwin ko biti no waso ani bi last mo kan yi mo pa mo nwa na chiri ni mu ma ga mo fa nko che machine abrofo na ya o mo di dwa na mo mu
yeah
no mo nwara ne ho nwuma no nyina na ye hunu sa fe de wo ye adwuma na ye Akufo ado dia sanka Ghana for nko ahye be 1000
na onim ya ya wo
eh
po adomo chire na de ne sen abɔ adwe
na wo wanya na wo
kiseja ben anyawe because abia po adomo chire ejina touch screen anim na oye touch screen analysis no sabe na kiseja ben no wada
na we
and yes mfie nwotwe na Akufo ado ba ban mu enne ya ye wo special prosecutor na waye dua ayi odumdum brane a oti krutia na oje brode betem na potokura yi ase na owe wa bra enwene nam na potokura ti dumbrane na se na wowe wa bra enwene nam because sepo adom kire anya sa touch screen analysis no Akufo ado ama power anka okiseja bin aka na wo hefa na godo ka already na ne tot ede wo hwe na ogina ho no mo na otum se na wasesa ene po ura kiseja bi obi onim ni bia nim se wasesa kama waye kama aji se odi abruchira kwa na basa se woko bani
ne lawyer Paul lawyer Nicholas Lenin ana nyeji am say asem no o ma nka ho because what see way is a case of giving the dog a bad name just to hang it ebi no oye no nanka be condition we me ye wo me kra me TV da ana wo kan no say wani o majapade e wo ho no a wo ka so famra obetuma tena ba bia o tie na afro bi se ko fa we brem no ene de o so sa ne en fam beli ba o pe obi a ye say wo ka so famra e bia wo nyamba na o de no eye enyina so de atwena so but the person ya no maka no on person hunu say Paul enya japade we ni time be e no be say japade no ye gina so aka say baba be wi o man no na wo kise jabe ye ka say won so wo japade we
no me see no that's really me say you ra kise jabe o hunu say e da o de ne office no e da o de na dwuma be wi no dwuma be wi 2029 o ya green na dwuma pe from the one I'll buy no budget awoje also be set a forensic lab also be yesi ni nyina obebu akonta me se otukwan no je ayi bi receipt bia na onye lamination no mo de ayi rubber fa ni mu fa chi aha nti onye book for de ni bi o de onye lamination o laminate o wi a no ayi album lamination de o de be album ntimi fa nye green book nti o de be o de kono mo ye bind na saddle bind na say a saddle stitch na say ayi ba ko ni bi amoye